Soundtrack mother.
I'm combat ready.
Welcome back, guys, to Weebs Closet. My name is Nekko.
I'm Jake.
And today, finally, after a while, honestly, it feels like it's been forever, but we're doing the soundtrack of Volume 5? Yes. Volume 5. Yes, because we started Volume 6. So
Yeah,
yes.
that's so weird. Yeah, I mean, started. We already finished Volume 6.
You're right.
I'm just waiting for 7 at this point.
Oh, dude, I cannot wait. Yeah, so we cheated. We apologize. We definitely watch the next one over without doing the soundtrack, but you won't know. You won't know until now, of course, but you won't know.
I don't think it makes a difference.
Yeah, no. But I mean, I barely remember the songs now because of the fact that, like, since we had Volume 6 and we had the songs throughout, especially the intro, which the intro, I think by far Mikey said as well that he liked it.
The sixth one?
Yeah, that's probably his favorite one.
Oh, really?
I think so.
I really liked it. I still think 3 is the best, and then I would put the 6th one. But I like this one, but I haven't heard the full song. And this is like my first soundtrack that
you don't know the full songs?
Yeah, or I didn't know any of the songs.
Really?
Yeah, because when I was listening to RWBY before I'd ever even watched the show or like seen any footage, it was 2017. So I'm pretty sure that was just volumes 1 through 4 at the time, and that's all that was out. So those were the only soundtracks that I could listen to.
And now you lost them in the wind.
Mm-hmm.
Good. All right. I've obviously, I've watched all the way to at the end of Volume 7, which is exciting that we're soon starting Volume 7. I mean, I say soon, but it's probably gonna take us like a whole 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. But
I already have so many predictions for 7, but we'll talk about that when we get there.
And so yeah, I'm excited because then we'll be caught up, and then we'll get to see Volume 8 and Volume 9 got delayed again. So yes, but from this, I don't remember the songs. Obviously, Triumph is the first one that we got, is because that's the intro. Check us on Twitter. Not Tinder. We're not in Tinder. But check our Twitch as well, and as well as our Patreon. Check over there. We got uncuts over there, and 1 week early access, especially for this show. So, and I think actually this is gonna be releasing the same week as the Adam short. So this will be releasing on Tuesday, and then so the next Thursday or the upcoming Thursday, whatever, is gonna be the Adam short. So stay tuned for that during this week. Tortillas. People over there in Patreon get shout outs if you're in the Full Metal Weebs, and those people are Austin Peterson, Alex A, Changi Raptor, Esri, Sophie, Wolves Gaming, Fon Still, LPM, Heart of Steel, Black Lambon, Jason S, Kelsey Tokunaga, Whisper Evil, 228, Kiki Varas, Chris Yuhas, David Salazar, Hunter Chiles, Cornhorn, RSE, Rami Pon, Super Monoman, Nico G, Marju Micah, and Spade Ass. So the list is growing, and we love that. So thank you guys over there. Keep helping us and supporting us. I mean, by the time that you see this, is probably going to be, it's 2 weeks from the recording. Yeah, because we got episode 13 coming out this week, and then the next one. Okay. I mean, yeah, the last one, episode 14, I think it is. And this one. So, by all means, keep helping us. That's great. And for you guys on YouTube, subscribe.
Yes.
We love you, but subscribe. Because 83% of you are not subscribed. So, you might want to see the numbers. It's kind of crazy. Alrighty, guys, let's start this up. In 3, 2, 1, go. Lower the volume.
Yes.
I actually did like a lot the intro, how it was set up, because they definitely try to double down on the symbolisms ever since Volume 3, but I think this is one of the better ones that did it. Volume 6 is also along the same lines.
Volume 6 was good, picking up little things here and there.
Yeah.
I like this one though, like with the maidens being in the shot, and then Yang and Raven, which turns out Raven was actually the maiden the whole time.
Yeah. And that's so good too, because even from the intro, they're trying to sell you that this is the maiden. That Vernal was the maiden, and it's so good.
I think that's a good way to like get falsely spoil an audience.
Yeah, because most people will see this like, oh my god, wait, is that the Spring Maiden that we were talking about? You're right.
I think Volume 6 does a really good job too, because I thought I guess we can talk spoilers
Yeah,
for Volume 6.
the
But
hooded figure.
the Neo, I thought it was Neo because we saw
Yeah.
Neo's hat.
I'm excited to Loki. I'm excited mainly for the intro of Volume 7 for you guys. I'm pretty sure you're gonna like it a lot.
Okay, good. Transgender.
Transgun. The Apache helicopter meme lives on.
The dumbest thing ever. I'm an inanimate object. Yeah, okay.
Whatever. Oh, man, like, to think of all the BS that they've gone through so far here in Volume 5, and they're like, you know what, fuck it, let's keep going, you know, like, we got this shit. It's like, wait, what? Like, you see what happened in Volume 3? They, like, Volume 4 did not give me any kind of confidence that you're moving forward to the right direction either. Yeah, it's like, how do you feel like you're gonna beat this shit?
Volume 4 just didn't tell us anything about the enemy, though.
True.
And so I was kind of like, you know, they just got to get their bearings together and then go after Salem. And then find out in Volume 5, like, Emerald's acting kind of sus, and Raven's acting kind of sus. And it's like, why are, you know, people are really scared for some reason. It's like, oh, yeah, because you can't die.
Yeah, and then Volume 6, just like the lore drop was insane. Yeah, but it makes me think, like, how much info are all people knew, because Crow didn't know. So that means that part of the group didn't know either.
Yeah.
So now, if Raven knew, then she figured it out all by herself, you know?
I would assume that Raven knows. It's like a 50-50 type thing.
Years. I've never heard that word before.
Really?
Yesteryears, no. Do you usually say yesteryear for last year?
I mean, it's definitely like an old-fashioned word, like a fucking old word, not like 1950s old. I'm talking like 1800s.
Yeah. Thus far.
Yeah. This was
pretty good.
that was a good intro.
That was pretty good.
Definitely one of the better ones.
So yeah, that was Triumph. I liked it a lot. I actually do. I think, funny enough, I think I still got songs all the way to Volume 7 in my playlist, but there are a few that are still missing from mine. And kind of like I said, it's funny. Like what I got from this intro is just like, yeah, you know, shit, everything's looking bleak. Everything kind of sucks, but fuck it, like we're here. We're gonna destroy shit. It's like, I don't know. I don't know if that's the feeling that I would have. I would kind of be dreading going through it. I wouldn't be a Lionheart about it, right? But I will definitely be looking on the glass half empty type of thing.
Yeah. I would. I'd hate to say I would assume that out of you, but yeah, I can see that.
I'm a huge pessimist. That's easy to say. Like I'm. That's not a new thing for anybody that hasn't met me or people that have met me.
I didn't want to say it and you be like, "What are you talking about, Jake? I'm fucking Optimus Prime."
Oh, of course, man. Like, don't you see this sunshine? Just like fucking clouds everywhere. But yeah, no, you're right.
I don't know how I would be in this situation. I'm a and we're all gonna die anyway kind of guy, you know.
Might as well just go rushing forward and like at least make some sort of change, I guess.
It was like that's the pessimist language right there. I guess
it's better for the rest of the world. Fuck it.
It's a very similar conversation I had with Brittany when we were actually watching Attack on Titan, because she was like, "Oh my god, if I was stuck in this situation, I would kill myself." And it's like, you're gonna fucking get eaten anyway. Just fight.
I saw the reaction. That was funny.
Yeah.
She's like, "Well, guys, I'm not like that. I'm not a pussy ass bitch." And then you're like, "No, it's staying. You are." I was like, "Oh my god!"
Glad we could capture the truth on film.
But yeah, so that would be kind of me. It's not necessarily that I wouldn't take it on, but it's like, will it make a difference, right? I'll definitely jump forward and try to help, but I just don't see myself, like the moment that I see something greater than myself and try to tackle it, I tackle it with the most hesitance ever, and I will still do it and I'll try it, but it's like hopefully it turns out good.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's optimistic, you know, hoping for something to be good.
Like,
And in a way that kind of sounds like a RWBY song right there, like what you just said. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm in a, I don't know what I'm fighting for part of my life where I'm still trying to figure out if anything actually matters, you know? And so it's like, well, if other people think that things matter, then maybe it's worth fighting for. And I think there's a couple characters in the show that are like that, you know, not necessarily fighting for themselves, but fighting for other people that care about stuff.
you could technically say that Crow is one of them. Like,
Yeah.
I can see Crow's, because Crow's whole thing is like, I don't have any other purpose. So
God damn it, I keep spilling the drink.
the drink with him is just like, it feels like, like he'll do it because he has nothing else to do. But outside of that, like if it was a regular conversation where like, oh, let's do you just want to go to Chuck E. Cheese or you want to stop the world? He'll probably, I'll go to Chuck E. Cheese because it's the only thing I know I can do. But in this case, I guess he's like, okay, I do got the skills, so I might as well use it for this.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well guys, let's jump into Ignite, which obviously we can tell immediately who it is from.
Hello there, my enemy. Welcome to my punching spree. This is where all they waste and you'll go.
Yeah, I got to put myself in the Volume 5 mindset, what these characters were doing.
Yeah, I think this is whenever she got to the camp. It could have been. What is that purple from her hair?
Doesn't she have purple in her
Eyes.
costume?
No, in her eyes.
Oh, okay, because I thought she had a little bit of Blake coloring, kind of like how in Volume 6, Weiss has like
Red?
ruby.
Yeah.
color. I love the fan art though for this one.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. A lot of work on the fan art. Is this the fight? I think I've heard this song, but I don't think it was in the fight of her getting to the camp. That was Ruby's voice.
That
That's
was
funny.
so random.
I wonder how many times they listen to it. It's like, what happens here? And they're like, oh, yeah, okay.
It's so weird because I remember starting off this show and Yang was like
The least.
by far my least favorite of the group, and now she's definitely in like Team RWBY, probably my favorite.
Yeah, she definitely became complex and I guess deep in terms of like a character.
Yeah, she's. I don't know. It's literally. I've said it a couple times already that like you pinpointed Mike liking Weiss way like before we ever even started watching RWBY. And it's because he likes characters that like start off very troubled and then like have a big character arc, while I like characters that like start off like she's the strongest coming into this shit, and then
she
just
got humbled down
she
immediately.
gets so many L's throughout the past few volumes. And it's like, how does she handle it? And Volume 6 was like, I know it's kind of weird talking about Volume 6 and the Volume 5 soundtrack, but like, she really has a huge like arc.
Turnover, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and even here in Volume 5, she kind of had a couple of things. Ooh. Freaking Jamal. I always like his parts.
Is it Jamal or Lamar?
Lamar, yeah.
I was like,
I think I got a coworker called it, and hence why I mixed it. Come on. I love his scene. Like
Yeah.
even in Caffeine, it's like the first one that I immediately started liking his thing.
Mm-hmm.
But damn, I even forgot what I was saying prior to that. Like he just got me a guard.
That was a good one.
Yeah, so okay, so like in Volume 5, she had that one moment where like Mercury grabbing her arm, and instead of she getting like ready to beat him up, she just like let go of the arm and jump downstairs, whatever, to get her mom. And hell, even facing off the mom, like knowing how much of a powerhouse your parental figure is, right? And you just go in, talk at them in a way that you would talk to any other asshole type of thing. So that whole scene had like a lot of power behind it. It was pretty good.
At the time, I kind of misunderstood their dynamic because I was listening to the post discussion a while back of one of the episodes, and Mike was saying like, I can't remember exactly what he said about Raven, but that like she doesn't care about Yang, or like she kind of isn't on good terms with Yang. Yang isn't on good terms, or no, she's not on good terms with Yang. If you get what I like, Yang doesn't like her.
Yeah.
That doesn't necessarily mean that Raven doesn't like Yang. Raven's just doing her own thing. I would never think that Raven's gonna kill Yang.
Yeah,
you know?
it's not like I hate you, Yang. No, it's I have my own things. In your eyes, I don't look good, and that's like what you're trying to say.
Like Raven would love for Yang to join her.
Yeah.
But that's just not her style, so it hasn't happened.
Yeah, no, I do. Their dynamic was actually pretty cool, very interesting. And again, because like Yang just has this resentment towards her. It's like, you left, period. Like no matter the excuse, no matter, like I had to pick up everything that you left behind. I had to deal with that, getting depressed after the second, divorce afterwards. Although that the second divorce is not her fault. It wasn't a divorce. It's just that Summer Rose is no longer there. But it's like I had to do it. We went through it once, and then we had to go through it again. And just to figure out, because I'm pretty sure by then she was too young to understand that factor. So she wouldn't necessarily be angry that she left, but rather learning that she wasn't there, right? So I think that would be the better way to put it. So yeah, that whole dynamic right there, right before the lamp, that whole part was actually pretty good.
Yeah, definitely.
It's funny because like y'all like you said, like, yeah, I pinpointed that Mikey was definitely gonna like Wise a lot at the beginning of the show. I don't think I saw you liking Yang outside of her being like Tifa. So like I saw her and I thought that you were only gonna like her because she looks like Tifa and acts like Tifa.
I see her and I don't even see Tifa though. I much more see. I don't know. She's just her own character now. Like she doesn't feel inspired by like Goldilocks or anything like that. Going into the show, I thought it was gonna be Ruby, just based off of like the trailer. I like the red trailer the best, and then Ruby. It was like I felt there were like two characters that I was like, oh, Monty Ohm like poured his heart and soul into these characters, and it was Ruby and it was Pyrrha. Like in the first 3 volumes, I was like, these are like the two characters that I can feel are like his goats.
Yeah.
And then one dies, and the other one in volumes 4 and 5 doesn't really do anything. And so the other characters kind of rose to the occasion. They focused on them more. And so I kind of found myself, unfortunately, liking Ruby less. And I was surprised that, I don't know if I can even say this, but let's just say somebody picked Ruby for their favorite character in volume 6. And I was surprised by that. And I was just surprised that for the first volume in this like second season, Ruby actually like had multiple moments where she took the lead and became like the true leader.
Yeah. It's sad whenever you have such a huge group, and this is probably talking a little bit too much of volume 6, but it sucks that you have such a big group now where it's technically 2 leaders or 2 groups combined, right? So you have 2 leaders in there, and one will always be overshadowed by the other one, because regardless, like once you combine, there has to be one true leader, like you said. And it kind of sucks because poor John has not been able to lead his team whatsoever. He has ideas and he's whatever, but at the end of the day, he's just the Captain America strategist. He's not the one
like
paying for
Iron
everybody.
Man. Iron Man is top billing. Captain America is just like the strategist. It's literally that.
Yeah, it's funny because like in the Avengers, technically Cap is the leader, but if anything, and if this is the reverse role of like Iron Man taking the leadership role, and then I guess Captain America is just financing everybody.
Well, I mean, it is kind of like that where like John is like the strategist, and he he's got the shield, and he just like represents like basic like knight, leader. But Ruby is kind of like in the Iron Man way. Iron Man is more
unorthodox,
more unorthodox, which makes him more popular, I would say. So yeah,
but it's great. I don't think the story with Yang nor Blake or all that thing is done yet, so it's definitely something to look forward. And now it seems like we're going, hey, we get another Wise song, I guess.
Another Wise.
Path to Isolation.
Rest in peace, Wise.
Sorry, in 3, 2, 1, go. I gotta pick this as my favorite because she dies.
What do you think of him picking all her songs? She dies.
Hey, funny enough, I kind of have been picking it because I like him, but at the same time, I try to always pick him. So I had that excuse. So that's been building up over volumes.
I bet I was listening to that episode where you're like, I can't believe I even like sort of believed you too. I think this is one of those like that triggered me with the gaslighting was when you were like, and if you've seen like any footage in the future with Wes, I'm here to tell you that's not her. She's dead here. And I was like, at the time I was like, yeah, he's right. And then I was at work and I was like, bro, I own Volume 7 on Blu-ray. I bought that shit.
It's like she's right there in the fucking cover. Oh, that's so funny.
With the dreams that lay destroyed.
Which one was this? I'll be honest, I don't remember this one at all. The whole show.
Seems to grow in my soul, it's consuming me.
Bro, Weiss's songs are always majestic as fuck.
I do like that they do that they cater the songs to the personalities of the characters. Because Yang was like, again, a song that to be all in your face type of song. Oh wow. By now, I think Ice Kingdom is in episode 5, so let us know how you're liking that, guys. Because, I mean, so far, we're enjoying it. Episode 4 has not come out yet, but we'll be all over that bitch whenever it comes out.
Isn't that next weekend?
Yeah, next Sunday. I feel like I'm losing a little bit of the instruments. Oh wow. I want to say that this is whenever she was captured, but it was just as ambience music, not the actual, like right at the ending. Whenever she had the knight on her hands at the last of the episode, at the end of the episode.
Okay. Going back to the usual.
Mirror.
I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, it's the same melody, sort of.
That they kind of pull from the old songs. Yeah. I get goosebumps even by stupid shit like this. Who am I? Fucking. Holy shit! That was the end of the song. Oh, that was a short one. I mean, it felt short. It's 4
Yeah,
minutes.
well, I mean, Weiss's songs are usually like
6 hours long.
the super long, slow building ones.
The last one, I feel like the last one that we heard was probably the best one. This Life Is Mine, I think it was.
Yeah, that was peak Weiss right there. I really like what they do with the character songs. It's not just character themes. Like Star Wars has like character themes, you know.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is Yoda's theme. That's what his music sounds like.
This is Han Solo's theme.
Yeah, but this is they have like for each volume a character song, and like the songs keep like evolving. But I think we like maybe Weiss's songs for different reasons. I like them because they're like consistent.
Yeah.
Like they pull from each other, where Yang's are like they're all in your face, like that's consistent, but the lyrics are always very different.
Yeah, and the melodies are somewhat different. I don't think I can listen to Ignite and the other ones from the last ones and say, oh yeah, I hear this to be the same. But in this one, and it's true. Like I feel like they are doing it strategically, where they're grabbing from old Weiss's, because of the fact that like I feel like the growth of Weiss, it's more of an inner type of growth. So it's kind of like also fighting with her past. So in here, like I feel like it's smart to start pulling from past songs whenever you want to like kind of show that, but keep making the songs relatively different. So there's some sort of growth. In this one, it wasn't all in your face song, because This Life Is Mine had a more of a like, they had a part where it was kind of like in your face, but it was, I feel like, because it was kind of pointed towards the father. It's like you no longer control me. Like this life is mine type of thing, right? Whereas in this one, she no longer has that problem. But if anything, in this volume, she was kidnapped. So it's the idea of like, I no longer have anybody by my side at this point.
Yeah.
I'm struggling. So I think that's probably what they were trying to go for with this particular song. Hence why it's a little bit more smooth.
I feel like the mirror thing, because like Weiss is the only character that kind of has like a crisis of identity. I feel like it shows like we're all trying to figure out who we are, who we are as huntresses and hunters. But I feel like Weiss is the one that's like, am I like the preppy rich girl, daddy's girl, or am I, a huntress who's loyal to my friends and whatnot? And that's why we always get like the mirror mirror melody, is because like she's always trying to figure out who she is.
Yeah, and not only does she have to think about her being the rich heiress, or heiress? Is that the word? Like whenever you're
like an heir, but a girl.
Yeah, heiress. Yeah.
I don't know how to
Yeah, so like
thing.
being it's not only thinking of like being the rich heiress, but also, do I want to be, like you said, do I want to be a huntress, or do I want to follow my sister's footsteps in the military? Right. So she's probably the one that's the most divided out of the four, because Ruby already knows what she wants to do. Yang knows that all that she wants to do is defend her sister no matter the cost. Like she's always going to be by her sister's side. And then you got Blake, which is, I did my wrong in the past by being with the White Fang. Now I need to fix myself. And it's a matter of like just going forward. But as with the Whites, it's more of like, I can pull to two different sides. I can just be rich and forget about it, or I can just go with my sister and just, be independent. But at that point, I'm not really independent, because, you're working for a military. So, or do I want to go with my friends and be, So I do think that's probably why, like you said, she may have a bigger identity crisis than the rest of the girls, which is great. I truly love her character. I don't know if I can just have an overall favorite. But I do like characters that have a lot of growth and a lot of kind of like you said, like the ones that are, because we were talking about Yang, and I cannot stop thinking about Bakugo being like the one that was taking a lot of L's for the longest, and then he had a major win.
Yeah,
and it's like, yeah, so I like characters like that too. But I also like them to be extremely continuously growing, and I think here Weiss is the one that's continuously growing.
Yeah.
But alrighty. Let's go to Smile, bitch. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. I'm the Joker, babe.
The Joker. Who are these clowns?
Oh, I think this is Ilia. That kind of looks like Ilia, and the parents that died.
Have you seen the movie, the trailer for the movie called Smile?
There is yeah, but I don't remember.
Okay, because I saw a little promo and it's just this dude like smiling. It's like a horror movie.
I think I've seen it. I don't remember. Oh, that's funny.
Like your family, far from any state of grace. You're as perfect.
Kind of feel like Phil Collins ish.
Yeah, right. Like Tarzan or something.
Yeah.
This world is cold.
I mean, granted, they're phonices, but still.
Yeah, who is Ilia's like character? Do you know?
Y'all remember Ilia?
No, like her inspiration.
Oh, I don't remember.
This is what you
Because if it is Tarzan, which I don't think it is, because she's like a gecko. But yeah, it feels like tribal.
I think her inspiration comes from her last name because it's Ilia Amitola. Let me see real quick.
take what you need, leave them to bleed. Let them know bitter while your revenge is sweet.
Ooh.
This is an interesting song.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of dark, but the beat is like uppity and
Yeah.
lighthearted.
I cannot find anything.
Oh, I like the violins.
Guys, if you know what she was based on, let us know because I cannot find anything.
I would look it up, but every time I look something
Immediately
up,
get, yeah.
spoiled.
Ah, that is sad. During Argus Limited, which is episode 1 of volume 6, she was supposed to be wearing a kimono,
Okay.
but she ended up using an outfit from the background characters to save time.
Wait, are we talking about Ilia?
Yeah.
I can't even remember her being in that.
In the first episode, it was whenever they were saying goodbye.
Okay.
They were hugging. And then you had this idiot, son's friend, trying to hit on her.
Oh, okay.
I do think somebody said that she, because again, she's based on a chameleon, but I don't know. Or she's supposed to be a chameleon, not saying that she's based. I liked it a lot. I have to say, like, surprising because I didn't expect them to put an Ilia song in here. I've always been interested in her character because, like, I just feel like her design is quite not intricate, but interesting. The idea of like a chameleon that, according to them, can pass as a human. So I'm guessing like the little things that turn like the scales in her face that I guess that they kind of look like freckles for the rest of the people.
Yeah.
So like they're not like that big of like noticeable scales. The fact that she was in Atlas, I think she said that she was, and she went to study over there abroad. Because I'm trying to think of whenever the character short. Then I think that's where she got the weapon that she uses. I don't think she got it from the train that they robbed. Because I remember that we had also that theory that probably she got it from the train.
Yeah.
But I think she got it because it looks so similar to Wise's weapon. Granted, Wise's weapon, the train was also a Shini train. But I don't think that Shini trains will be carrying that type of cargo. They'll probably just be doing dust because that's what they probably focus on.
We could say that. Although Weiss's weapon does carry dust.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm like, if they're carrying just dust on the train, there could be a chance that they have weaponry that also can hold dust.
Yeah.
So I could see that. But I don't know. I mean, that was something that me and Mike really, I think, hit home immediately. Was like, oh my god, like they could be totally selling weapons off, or I mean, not even that, because like Adam and Blake took over that train in the trailer. So I don't know.
Yeah, and I can see like what y'all trying to say is like, the White Fang just took over that, and that's how they're making a lot of money, is just trying to sell off the weapons back, kind of like Homecoming in Spider-Man with the weapons and whatever. So Amitola is a word for rainbow in Cherokee or Sioux or Cherokee. Apparently, Ilia is the name of butterfly.
Cherokee, like Indian?
Yeah.
Like Native American? Okay.
Yeah. So it's a word. Amitola is a word that it's similar or kind of means like rainbow. Ilia may have been partially based off of the main character, Ilia from Mozart's opera Idomeneo. They know it in their house.
My favorite.
I know, right? Yeah, there you go. So the song Smile, which is the one that we're watching right now, from RWBY Volume 5, alludes to Ilia's past, hiding her fondest identity from people in Atlas. Yeah, so
Gotcha.
There's not much that I can pull out from there, but like, so if you guys have any more info, let us know, because I like her character. I would like to see her more often. I think like the weapon design, the style of her fighting is kind of cool, because it's kind of like a rapier.
Yeah.
But like she doesn't use it as a rapier. She just goes immediately to the whip. And it's like, it's funny because like you would think that if you have both weapons available to you that you would use it. And I guess some people just decide to go to the second form of Bloodborne instead of using the cane, which I do.
Yeah, I use one weapon in Bloodborne. It was the axe. That could switch from like a long axe or just
like little hatchet.
Yeah.
I had that threaded cane for like forever, but I've never used the cane form. So I guess it's possible. Alrighty, guys. We're jumping to All Things Must Die. This has to be a Swai song.
That'd be great.
Can you imagine like Swai's just plotting with against the world?
It's like him in his meteor form whenever Oobleck like hit him across the train.
That's funny. He needs to make an appearance in Ice Queendom in terms of like actually fighting or whatever. I do like that art.
Yeah, the hair is insane. Whoever drew that. I needed a Raven song. She's like top 5 characters in the show for me.
Yeah. Especially in the kind of villain side. I love the design of the waistband. It's like mountains.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Soon your time to go. Life is just a journey. Yours is near its end.
I love that doom 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 on the background. Bloody Evolution, that's from the first theme song.
Really?
Yeah. The first or the second theme song, one of the two. Openings.
All things must die. This is the end. Here's where
Where is this from?
The
is
fight?
this the fight? Yeah,
Yeah.
the last fight. Oh, this was so great. This is that crescendo. Man.
It's funny because like Raven looks like a character that would tackle anything and everything head on, without fear. But at the same time, looking more deeply into it, I don't think she is somebody that does that. She only does it knowing that she can win. Like, she pick and chooses her battles, because like the only reason why she went with the rest of the people is because she knew that she was the maiden. It's like things are gonna go south, but I can take most of these people.
Yeah.
You know. And by far, I think she definitely has more skill than Cinder in a fight.
Definitely. She's gotta be like one of the like most skilled fighters that we met in the show.
She doesn't even have a gun now that I think about it. I mean, the whole sheath is like a revolver, but it is only revolving sword tips. Because I think all her blades are made out of dust.
No, I love her though, because she's like, you call her whatever you want. And I know Mike was sounding like he just didn't like her character
At all, yeah.
I think she's smart because she knows which battles to fight and which ones not to fight. She knows that fighting somebody that can't die is a losing battle, and so she just doesn't fight.
Yeah. And I think that's actually what he's trying to allude here, is that all things must die. So like, if you cannot die, then it's like something that I don't want to take on. I mean, I really thought that is the case, right? But like, I think that will be part of her mentality, right? If anything can die, then it's something that I can take on. But if it's something that cannot die, then there's no point on trying to take it on.
Yeah. Don't fear demise is literally one of the lines.
Yeah, I truly love Raven's character. It's pretty fun. It's pretty cool. I actually just would love to see like a mini prequel or like a prologue, all Stark, all Team Stark, and kind of see what the dumb shit that they did, and you know.
It's crazy because we're on your last volume. Volume 7's the last one you've seen, and I don't want to go off on like a tangent, but we still have like, you kind of, if we go to volume 12. You've kind of only seen like a little over half the show at that point. So I actually, when we started RWBY, it felt like you knew everything that ever could be known about RWBY.
Yeah.
Like so much more than us. And now it's like, really, we're just like getting into the iceberg right now.
Yeah, it's crazy because that's the thing. It's like, yeah, like if you go back, it sounds like I know everything. But in reality, if you think about it, all that I know is the basics, like whatever it takes you. The things that you need to know to survive in this world, if anything, kind of like I don't know. I'm thinking about My Hero Academia, like, oh, like, you know, don't break the buildings that haven't been broken. Break the other buildings have been broken already. You know, kind of like that. You know, dumb little shits that almost everybody should know. Like, oh, don't, you know, if you're gonna save somebody, don't tell them that it's a terrible day. Tell them that it's a nice day. You know, shit like that. But like at the end of the day, it's like I have no fucking idea how the fuck we're gonna take on Salem. I have no fucking idea how anything is gonna turn out. I don't know how big of the mortality rate is gonna be in our team and whatnot.
Yeah.
So like, who's to say that our team is even gonna be a team by the end of the actual show? Like, most likely, I mean, I've been fucking around with the whole Weiss deaths and whatever, but who's to say that they're not gonna die by the end of the show? Like,
good, yeah.
And it's crazy because ultimately, all that you need to survive is RWBY. Once RWBY's alive, you're still good to go. Or at least somebody else with Silver Eyes. Hey, who's to fucking say that in volume 8 or 9, another person with Silver Eyes doesn't show up?
Exactly, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I have my thoughts on volume 9. Even though I haven't even seen 7, but we can save it for after, I guess. So we can get to From Shadows Part 2.
Is this gonna be good?
I hope so.
Alrighty, guys. Starting in 3, 2, 1, jump. Yeah, and Sun is no longer with us. That's the other thing.
Where did he go off to?
He went back with his team in Vacchio, I think it is. Vacchio or Mr.? I don't remember. But he was back with the team. Which, funny enough, half of his team doesn't like him. That's actually part of a trivia. Like Sage, the guy with the big sword, he doesn't care too much. The guy with the red hair does not like Sun whatsoever.
The Peter Pan guy.
Yeah. Let's raise that volume.
It's literally just Neptune.
Yeah, like Neptune is his best friend, period.
I remember this one.
I don't remember where he played, but I remember it. Yeah, I think the reasoning behind Scarlet not liking Sun is because Sun doesn't take things seriously. And he's also the leader, and like he's constantly gone. Like it's like, you know, and so
That's true. Yeah, he's never there.
Yeah, so I think the leadership lands on Sage, which is the guy with the big sword and the green hair, and I think they pair up a lot with Team Coco as well, especially after the fall. But I think this is part of the manga or whatever. I don't know much about it. And that's where you get to see or read on Neptune's semblance. Sadly, I have to say, honestly, I think so far, like 3 songs would make it in my playlist out of the like 5 or 6 that we've heard so far.
Yeah, it's kind of been like that for the last few volumes, I would say. I think really only volume 1 was like every song was
slapped.
A fucking banger. There was like one song that I was like, eh.
It was like Sacrifice or something. It's like the last song that nobody even cared about because it was like the end credits song. Such a weird rhyme, but I'll take it, I guess. It's like behind this kindness. Like they try to word kindness in a weird way so it match us.
That's rap 101 right there. I like this. I wish it was a little bit more From Shadows.
Yeah.
From Shadows was built different.
It was ahead of its time.
I mean, yeah, literally.
I have to say, like, you know, for, you know, although that is just a lyric video and whatever, they're made pretty well, especially like this one that we saw, like the lights going to the beat and whatever, or like dimming. But actually, like, whoever made those videos, like, props, honestly. I think most of these were Flint of RWBY. And then somebody, there was like one video that was not Flint for RWBY. So, but yeah, so good. This one, it just makes me think of how it ended, right? Like volume 6, episode 1, where, you know, Sonny's away. Yeah, we no longer see him. You know, and it's weird because like we're led to believe that, you know, Sonny's always gonna be around Blake, you know. But obviously it's kind of difficult to do so without integrating Team Sun you know, because he eventually has to leave, which is fine. He left, but like, which is also kind of begs the question: why only Son? Why not just bring the whole crew? Get to know the whole crew? Because right now Scarlet, like, only people who actually look up the information, whatever, knows that Scarlet has the semblance that lets him glide, and like the other guy, the only thing that we saw from Sage is that he has a big sword and sucks at fighting because he started flying away the moment that he started the fight, and I think his semblance has something to do with jumping, but not really, because like the only thing that we saw him do is like jump really high in the fight. That was pretty much it, and we don't even know what he's based on. So.
Yeah, some teams in this show are definitely hit and miss. I think there are some teams that show up briefly that really hit. Like I love Team Funky. I thought they were great. But even Son as a character, I've just never loved him. I always liked him. It was to me, he was always the character that's like, oh, Blake can't always be down on her luck. Let's throw somebody that's super goofy in there. So
to contrast.
Yeah. And she doesn't even, see him in any kind of way.
But
So
I mean, she does. And it's funny because it's bad the other way around, I think, because she kissed him in the cheek in the volume 6, and she was sad that he was leaving.
well, I mean, yeah, I would do that to a friend. I'm not a guy, but like a girl.
I mean, I don't know, like the way that. Because even in the dance, she wanted to go with him. She was always blushing whenever he would like point at her or whatever, like in the fight in the tournament. Like after they won, he made a gesture and she blushed about it. So like she was into the guy.
Why didn't they hit it off then?
I think it was just scenarios plus him at the end.
Scenarios.
Yeah, I think here at the end, if anything, he was more concerned about Adam. Because he was also poking at the end. It's like, Adam, is that like, your last a friend? He like even asked the question. It's like, yes. It's like, oh, my bad. Not my bad. I didn't want to bring him up. I'm sorry. So I feel like there's a lot of things. And then eventually they just friend zone each other at the end of it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I always kind of took from it. I never thought that she was into him because that was kind of like the like conversation they had. And Menagerie was that. She was basically at the end of it. She was like, you know what, Son, you're like a really great friend. It was just like that one punch in the gut that you never want to hear. Because I mean, this dude followed her everywhere, and so it's like, damn.
I mean, even the mom was like, I like him, and she's like, Mom, like, so she kind of had that like, don't say it too loud.
I don't know. I feel like it would have happened.
Yeah.
If she was really down with it, but I feel that. Like, let me say, I feel the tension between, like, Blake and Yang more big time. Like, like, it's just, like, it made sense in Volume 2. I didn't, like, realize it. I was like, obviously going back, I'm like, oh, that's, like, that makes sense. But, like, in Volume 5, whenever they see each other, just instantly, it's like, oh, shit. And then, like, every conversation they had in Volume 6, the fight with Adam, it's like, yeah, This is the power couple of the show right here.
Yeah, no, definitely. Whenever you say Volume 2, what moment were you thinking about? The dance itself as well?
Not the dance itself.
Or talking about Yang's past?
Actually, I didn't even think about that part, but that part too. But I was mostly thinking about like Yang trying to get Blake to go to the dance.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, funny enough, yeah, and Yang didn't go with anybody at all. Mm-hmm. Makes you wonder if like, because I don't know, like Yang just gives this energy of like I can get whoever I want at any given time. She
does give off that energy.
Especially at the beginning of the show. Nowadays she doesn't, but like so I felt like she just didn't get with anybody because she could get it at any time. Whereas now at this point we are obviously showing her interest on Blake, and it's like a question lands. It's like, was she always just interested in that, or because again we got the trailer of her grabbing Junior by the balls and throwing him across the fucking bar, which they didn't use in the Ice Queendom. They need to bring it back.
Yeah, that. I'm kind of upset we didn't get like the red trailer or yellow trailer during Ice Queendom, but whatever.
Alrighty. Let's well, I guess we just go for All That Matters.
All That Matters.
All right, go in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, speaking of.
Oh, I was like, who has horns in this show?
Besides Taurus. Forgot his name. Fucking Adam. Oh, that's... Wait. I thought they were in each other's symbols. No, okay. It's okay.
This is some anime fan art right here. I like it a lot.
Same. Even the actual anime does not look like this.
Yeah.
Stay forever. Never asked you to commit your life.
Okay, now we're gonna know exactly what the characters are thinking.
But I can tell you in my heart, I never thought you'd up and leave me without a trace to lead me.
Okay, so this is
Now
Yang
you're
talking.
standing here with that look in your eyes. The look that makes me hope I'll just believe your lies. You're lost, you're found, you're hard to pin down. I never know if you'll come through.
I still look at the art. The art is amazing. Like, the more I look at it, it's like, there's a lot of detail in the hair and everything on the bottom with different colors.
And that's all
I want to be able to draw so fucking bad.
Same. So many things come to mind that I would like to draw. Flashback to
Like when you said that, I was just like Nekko drawing big titties on like a piece of paper. So many things come to mind.
maybe help you find your
Nah, but I would like to do like different original characters and whatnot.
But you're a path longer that I travel. The more I'm just defeated, my past mistakes repeated. I'll risk it once again to have you near my side. Another chance to let you just destroy my pride.
Damn.
You're lost, you're found, you're hard to pin down. I never know if you'll come through. Then you appear, together we're here, and that's all that matters somehow. I feel like I'm running out of energy. Will you just take everything in stride?
Oh, dude, I don't know why I just came up with like a pretty cool semblance.
To you, there's no
It's like it says energy, whatever, and I'm like, oh, that's cool.
but it's true that the one thing I can count on is that I can't count on you.
Man, that bass.
Getting like Jimi Hendrix in this bitch right now.
Are they gonna flip it at now where this one goes from? See, like I told you, that she has some kind of lilac eyes, lilac, whatever the color is called, the purplish. Which is probably, now I wonder, is that like their hint from the beginning of the show that purple and yellow are gonna be
Maybe.
together?
You're found, you're hard to pin down. I never know if you'll come through. Then
I just realized that the little like pinkish things on the background of this girl are bows,
and that's all that matters.
like bow ties or whatever. But it's with the bow that she was hiding her ears on, I think. Let's see if it goes back into full color. You see, like it kind of looks like bows. I liked it a lot. It's just unfortunately we are more the kind of people that like freaking fast-paced stuff.
I like that more than some of the other fast-paced songs.
True.
I don't know. The fast ones I like are. This sounds so dumb because I remember you said you work with a guy, and he was like, I only play good games.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck does that even mean, man?
I only play good games. It's like, are you sure you've never played a single bad game in your life? No. Because every single game that I play, I make sure that it's a good game. I'm like, okay, what the fuck ever, bro?
It's like you've never disliked a good game, you know? Like, I don't know, but I don't want to say like I only like the good fast-paced songs, but like there are definitely some that are better than others, you know?
Yeah, no, definitely. Like
From Shadows is better than From Shadows Part 2 in my opinion, because I think From Shadows Part 2 doesn't have like, it doesn't say as much story-wise as Part 1 does, and Part 1 just has so many like musical instruments. It's like techno-y, but it's also like heavy metal at the same time.
Born with no life into subjugation.
I feel the passion come through the music in that one.
Yeah, no, and I completely get it, because even some high octane songs, they're meant to move you. Some of them just don't hit the notes, and you don't have that music progression throughout the song. Which again, back into From Shadows Part 1, you feel that progression going, whereas Part 2, it kind of stayed the same. Like, it had some progression, but it just went back to what it was, and it's like it never kind of evolved, I guess you can say. But yeah, so this one I liked it a lot. I did like it, but it's definitely a song that I'll probably have on the background, where I'm not trying to like pay attention to the song and like try to avoid anything. I'll just have it as a background music, because I do like it a lot. But I'm not gonna sit down and listen to it and cry, because I like, now I got my loved one is running away. It's like, you know, I cannot see myself putting in any other condition. Condition.
It's like fucking Jimmy from South Park, where he's like, Stan says that you're a courageous source of inspiration.
Oh God! But alrighty, I think we're going to our last song, guys. Gold. 3, 2, 1, go. I think like I have. Sounds familiar too. Oh yeah, this was like a little upbeat, happy song.
Okay, yeah, I remember this.
Dream of anything, I'll make it all come true.
There were, I think, 3 more songs that were removed of the list, because they were just remixes and different things or whatever.
Gotcha.
Forever, always by your side. Whenever you need a friend, I'm never far behind. If the stars all fall and there's no more,
Man, like low-key, I just wish you come back.
should crumble.
Would you be happy if they brought Pyrrha back to life?
I'd be upset. I don't know. I wouldn't like it for the story, but I would like to see her fight now, especially in the new animation, you know.
Love in my heart, I'll burn like the sun.
Because I think it just takes away all the what you call it?
Consequences.
Yeah, there you go.
Like the smell of a rose.
Plus, I do feel like her sacrifice was
Be there to take all your
necessary, and like to build everybody else.
my hand, I will turn your life to
Gold. Fucking time.
Yeah.
with the touch of my hand. I'll turn your life to gold.
Oh man, that scene in
It's
Volume 6 though,
everything.
with the one I got spoiled on like way
Yeah.
back in the day, but it was still so good.
I loved it. I loved it. A lot of people are still complaining, like asking who that other person was. It has to be the mom. Like, there's nobody else.
And to me, it like doesn't even matter. It's more like a symbolic thing.
Yeah.
You know,
Have you
like her memories living on type of thing. Because especially when she disappeared, it was like, what the fuck?
Pull the Batman on
Yeah.
him. Oh, I need to show you that video. I said that I was gonna show you the Batman video. It's a guy. It's people in Corridor Digital and Node. One of the guys said, I can do that for everybody else, and I can prove it. And he's like, fine, go ahead and do it. Record yourself doing it and let me know. He actually went around, he did it, and it's like, holy shit, it's so good. Because he even did it to him afterwards.
All right, yeah, I gotta see this.
like the smell of a rose on a summer's day. I will be there
I think the reason why I would love to see her back is because there's a lot of things that John didn't get to say, or a lot of things that that weren't be able to be exchanged.
I think that's why Pyrrha is my favorite character. Is because
such a bittersweet story.
She was the best, and she's not even a part of like the big story, but it's like her memory lives on way more than any other character would, I feel like.
Yeah, like we're still in volume 6, and she's still being felt around. That didn't necessarily sound good, but like her, the legend, I guess, is still around.
Yeah, that. That was funny. Okay. I'm trying to get emotional here.
Squish. Oh god. Man, like and that's the thing is again, like take your Nora and Ren, take your Yang and Blake. This is the one that I really wanted to see. Like the guy that finally gets to like push away that obvious bait, and it's like I'm gonna go for the one that's been here.
The thing is, we did get to see it, but it was just like I said. When it happened, I knew it. I was like, that's it. That's all we get right there. That's all we're getting. She's gonna fucking die.
Yeah, the kiss between them. Yeah.
And I was like, that was enough, but it's not enough.
Yeah.
It was like a perfect amount. Like, is this too sweet? Is this too bitter?
It's what makes the whole fan fiction keep going like crazy because of the fact that there's so many things going on. I mean, I've seen a lot of images and a lot of art. That's beautiful art of like them having kids and whatever, and like going around. It's like amazing things, and it kind of sucks because low-key I would have loved to see that, but ultimately we're never gonna ever see that. And then the question is like, I feel like John is one of those characters that because he never got the to receive that or I guess keep it for long enough, I feel like he's a character that needs to get it again at one point. So hence why I'm like hoping that he gets with somebody eventually or whatever, but I don't. Hence why I asked the question. I remember to you and Mikey, it's like, do you ever see him like matching up with somebody? And I think you mentioned RWBY, or Mikey said RWBY, one of those you two. And I definitely see that again. They like volume 6, they obviously it was a friendly hug, but like even there you can kind of see that it's a lot of things that are being said without being said on how they look.
The only problem is that it's like Attack on Titan where there's no room for romance.
Yeah,
like they leave very little room. Like even Blake and Yang, it's like, do we really have time for this? Like, yes, but
like hell, look at Ren and Nora. It's been already kind of given to us since volume 1, and it's volume 6, and nothing has truly happened other than a hand holding moment in volume 4.
It's just because they kind of can't focus on that because that's not what people are watching the show for.
Yeah.
We like the characters anyway. Like even when they're not in relationships, I think that's why, like the Pyrrha John works so well is because
it was a lot of emotion in such a little amount of time.
Yeah, it was just like boom, right? It was what we've been waiting for, like in a crazy ass moment. It's like this is the last opportunity, and I think that's what makes it special. It's that it didn't last because I mean, fuck it, like nobody's gonna live forever. But if you could live forever, if you could do everything, I think everything would lose its meaning because you, like, as humans, we get tired of stuff very quickly, and
yeah, I like I stopped paying attention to you like 5 minutes ago.
No, yeah, I mean, fuck. There we go. That's my point proven right there. But that just goes to prove that no matter like what you do, eventually you are going to move on to something else, and when you have nothing else to move on to, what left is there? And so that's why it's kind of like Rengoku says, it's cheesy as fuck, but he said the reason that life has meaning is because it ends.
Death is what gives life meaning. And I mean, granted, that's not from Rengoku. That line was, I think it's from Doctor Strange.
It's from Rengoku.
No, but I'm saying like the one that I said, death gives life meaning. It's from Doctor Strange as well.
Oh, okay.
The ancient one, which again is the same idea, but it's the idea of like, yeah. So like if everything lasted forever, like you said, everything wouldn't matter. Nothing would matter. Like and I think also why that one moment of them kissing in Volume 3 was like finally like an explosion for most of the people was because we almost lost her again one episode ago whenever they were trying to transfer the maiden's power to her. So like we had that moment and they kind of look at each other and like, okay, well I'll go to my machine, I guess. And that's it. And then so we had that weird moment of fear, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, next episode, finally. All right, cool. And now she did. Oh, well, sad. Man, I miss her. Funny enough, I actually got like some sort of memorabilia from her, not actual character, but a little thing, and I'll never bring it. I'll probably bring it by the next soundtrack.
We're gonna complete. I fucking love how they do the color of the bass as well.
It's online. They show clear, so I'm always so afraid of ordering one and seeing one that's just a clear round thing. But yeah, no, I love the colored hexagons. And all we're missing is Weiss. So yeah, you won't get the soundtrack until Weiss is right there. I'm sorry.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
That's on us to get it though.
It is true.
All right, top 3. There are definitely two. Definitely 2 that I already know are gonna be in.
Man, now that you mention it, like there's really not much that I can pick from. That's crazy.
I think Weiss had a good song too, and I like Ignite, but I don't like Ignite as much as Burn. What was it called?
Yeah, Burn. I think my 3 might be the Path of Isolation by the Weiss song.
Okay.
The second one, I talk shit, but I'm looking at all that matters. Man, I honestly think it's gonna be just like how this is. Path to Isolation is number 3, Ignite number 2, and Triumph number 1.
Okay.
That's gonna be and then honorable mention. Then it's gonna be All That Matters.
All That Matters is really good. Just we gotta do the Weiss thing, right? So at number 3, I will put the Path to Isolation as well. At number 2, only because the song was after the crescendo was a bit repetitive, I'm gonna put All Things Must Die. I love the beat drop.
I liked, and that's exactly my biggest problem is that by the end you kind of repeat the same verse over and over.
Yeah. So like first 3 minutes, perfect. But again, I wish the song would have evolved a little bit more. I still love it. Like we were first listening to it, I was like, oh my god, this is number 1. This is even better than the intro.
Yeah.
So I'll put it at number 2 and then Triumph. I think Triumph is
one of the most solid songs.
Yeah, like definitely the best on this volume for me. Definitely one of the better intros, like top 3 intros. And I don't know, I'm excited for volume 6 because I know that 6 has a lot of bangers.
Yeah, like all Things Must Die was gonna be in part of my top, but then I keep going back to that last part. It's like, yeah, that last part kind of killed it. Every other song kind of like, if they repeated something, it wasn't back to back. If they repeated to go back to say something else, they repeated, because it was kind of like the chorus. But over here, she repeated the same thing, I think 4 times in a row. And he's like, yeah, all things must die. I don't know what the fuck. Well, all things must die. All things must die. Okay, we got it. But yeah, no, I
gotta do it for the beat drop.
I know
the best beat drop in the soundtrack.
Yeah, so definitely. You said what was your honorable? All things?
No. What was it? All That Matters?
All That Matters.
That'll be my honorable mention.
Yeah, it's funny because I talk shit, but out of the whole volume, it definitely deserves to be there. If anything, I could even put it higher, but I think right there it's pretty good. So technically top 4. But yeah, no, this was good. I actually liked it. Definitely not as many bangers as in some of the previous ones. But I feel like all of these songs definitely were more heartfelt. I think it's the better word. It definitely describes a lot of the characters. Smile. I love what he had to say. Like, I love the whole aspect of, like, it's just basically her and her story of, like, yeah, I'm hiding between you or whatever, but fuck y'all. Like, like, at the end of it all, your life will be bitter. I'm going to be having a lot of fun. So man,
yeah, they do a good job of giving like meaning to the smaller characters in these songs, which is really why I like doing this. I'm excited for volume 6 because we have so many like characters that we could have songs, and like We could totally have one on Crow. We can have one on the old the
Maria Calavera.
Grim
Grim Reaper.
Who else? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there was like an Apathy song.
Ooh.
And Salem, we gotta have a Salem song in Volume 6 or an Ozma, one of the two.
Yeah, or like Whately song because he wasn't in the shows in that volume, so he needs to be in spirit.
Fuck Rooster Teeth for not putting Whitley in Volume 6.
Best boy, not there. Fuck y'all.
We're going to Volume 7 though. I have a bunch of predictions for Volume 7. Stuff that has to happen. If it doesn't happen in Volume 7, it's not gonna happen because we're in Atlas now. So I don't know. I wish we could watch it right now. I would love to watch it right now.
Same. I feel like, okay, and just to like keep it quote unquote Volume 5 related or whatever, I think your predictions go into Volume 6. Whenever we were watching this, it was mainly obviously the relationship of Yang and Blake growing. During this time, it was more of like, okay, so we got the lamp. What now? What the fuck does the lamp do? And like,
I didn't get to speak at the end of Volume 5 because my voice was gone.
You're right.
But I had a lot to say about Raven because I could feel the complexity of her character, and it was like she was like I know I have something to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it type. Just I don't know. I really disagreed with Mike on what he said about Raven.
I liked her character. I don't like some of her shit. Like, so I'm kind of in between you two. I like, for example, I didn't like her fucking crocodile tears whenever Yang kind of slapped her on the shoulder and said, "Oh, I'm sorry." And like, that's the only part that I'm like, come on, girl, you don't just flip a switch like that. You know, I understand that you may be sorry and you never invented any of that, but don't give me the tear just yet. Like, just like, I don't know. I would have said something. It's like, honestly, I didn't mean for this, but
I believe her. I believe her, but I get that from Yang's perspective. It's like, no, fuck you, you know? I don't know. I'm sympathetic towards Raven for sure.
Yeah, I want her to have some sort of character redemption moment.
Like, goddamn, we got a post-credit scene that she talked to Ty, and we didn't even get to see that. I'm pissed.
Yeah, so I do wonder what's gonna happen if because we even haven't seen Ty in action other than training Yang. We don't know his semblance. We don't know what does he have a big dick and that's why he pulled two girls, or is it that that's also part of his semblance? He hypnotizes girls. I don't know. Like, we need to know more about these people.
That'd be terrible. That's basically date rape right there.
It is.
You have to bleep that out though. I was gonna say something about Volume 9 because, like, we were talking about it, and it doesn't seem like it, but the gap between Volume 8 and 9 is way long.
Yeah.
Like, way longer.
I think twice as long than the rest.
Yeah, a little. I would say like a little bit over twice because Volume 8 was 2020.
Maybe.
Like late 2020. And so this is like early 2023. So it's 2.5 years instead of just the one and a half.
I wonder if Ice Kingdom has something to do with it. Like, them trying to get the contract on, whatever, may have like slighting, you know.
I want it to take long. The reason I'm like, oh, I hope it doesn't come out for a long time is because, like, I hope they've like collected all the data online, like the reception of the show, you know, because, like, let's be honest, like, some people love this show and then like
some people just straight up
hate it, but they like, it's only been recent from what I understand. Like, the hate's been pretty recent, and so I'm hoping they like regrouped. They're like, yo, we've been banging out these episodes every year. Let's like really develop the story, make this a really long and like epic volume to conclude like the season 3.
Yeah.
And so I'm really hoping that like Volume 9 is gonna hit, which is funny. I'm saying I haven't even watched 7 yet.
Yeah, or 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that I'm curious because I do feel like there's a lot of hate, yes, and I think there was a pinnacle moment where I think everybody just decided, fuck this show. And I think
Really?
I don't know exactly when it happened or whatever, but I do feel like it was probably a choice that the writers went with that may not resonate with a lot of people because probably they already had an idea as to where the show was going to go. I mean, one of the biggest things that I can say is, for example, Raven. I don't think Raven was supposed to be this, mercenary or whatever. Like, she probably had her own bandit group or whatever, but I think she was supposed to be more of a positive influence rather than a negative influence, you know. And now it was a major, like, a villain at one point because she was with the villains. You know,
they can still fix that, though.
yeah, they can. But like, that's the thing. Is like, so that's one of the big things that a lot of people were kind of confused whenever it came out, and that's what Volume 5. And then I think later on, I'm thinking if it has to do with one of the main characters or whatnot. I know that a couple of people are not okay with John. I don't know. And a lot of people, I mean, not a lot, but some people are very vocal about the whole, like, don't let Ryder be the voice actor. And I'm like, because I feel like that's kind of dumb, because if you're going to throw that argument out there, then I'm sorry, but Montium sucked too. Because,
I mean, he barely said anything.
True.
I think he knew he sucked.
True, but no, all I'm saying is like Eliran, you know, he was also there, so clearly he wasn't good to make this show either. You know, if you're gonna argue that John shouldn't be a voice or whatever.
The thing is that it was such a small crew starting out, and you don't want to recast John at Volume 4 of the show, you know. So
you're gonna deal with the people that you got around you.
Yeah, I'm never gonna complain about the voice acting because I know where the show comes from.
And even then, John is not that bad at all. I have to say, like, he's definitely grown in terms of like better skills.
He's gotten better.
But yeah, I mean, if we make a show or a comic or something, I'm bet your ass that I'm gonna have Meryll probably voicing almost every single girl in the thing.
I wonder if Meryl was a good voice actress.
She probably, I don't know. That's actually a good question. She probably would. She'd probably take a long time to get into character because she'll be so like shy about it.
I would love to hear Mike do some voice acting every time we played we tried to do a Let's Play of like a novel.
I can't.
Oh yeah, you remember fucking Phoenix Wright? Me losing my voice like halfway through because
you were doing a screechy ass voice. Who was it? Was it the?
It was a fucking like lawyer on the other side that was like accusing or like
the
pressing
old
charges.
dude. Yeah.
Oh yes, well, not really.
That was so fucking funny. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this soundtrack reaction. It definitely went over what we wanted because it's supposed to be a 32-minute reaction, but it's probably an hour and a half. So
indeed,
we'll let you be, and let's turn on the AC.
Yes.
See you next one. Thanks to the new Full Metal Weeb, White Glint 209. Hope you guys enjoyed our discussion about the soundtrack, and we'll see you in the other short.